Nice.
Ah, looks like we'll finally be able to get that drink.
I know, it's about time.
Has definitely been long overdue.
And I don't think I've ever heard of an Endorian snow puff. Is that blue? Where did you get it? Hmm. Huh. Very, I guess. Does it look just above table? Does it look stuff in shape that I would be concerned it's a turtle, or is it smaller or whatever? Hmm. Well, it's definitely adorable. I guess it didn't ring the environmental scanners. It's very cute. I hope you enjoy it.
Certainly is a noisy little thing.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it's cute. It's definitely blue. So, what do you want to drink?
Haven't given it much thought. Captain keeps speaking of Ryza. Maybe I should try a Rizian ale.
Hmm? I've heard those are pretty good. Too fruity for me, but not bad.
What are you thinking? Maybe we'll just get two of it. Get two of each.
Well, last time I spoke to my little brother, he said he'd tried something. I think it's called a margarita. I think that's what he said it was called. I thought that was a pizza, but who knows? I figured I'd give it a shot. He liked it. Then again, he's fairly young. So who knows?
It is a pretty popular drink on Earth.
Yeah. So you want to try a margarita?
Archambault speaks up and she looks over and says, Vogel, are you actually like taking time off and are you thinking of drinking a margarita?
Vogel just gotta put her head in her hand. Why do people keep thinking I don't take time off?
Because you don't. You're going to have a margarita. You're totally having a margarita right now. Rye, are you getting her a margarita? You should totally get her a margarita.
All right, we are all getting margaritas. We are
Oh no,
all
I'm drinking
celebrating.
something else. I'm drinking something else right now. But Vogel, definitely a margarita. The more fruity the margarita with like little flags on it and umbrellas, the better.
I thought he said it was salty. Is it fruity
It,
or is it salty?
it can be both. It can have, sometimes it has salt around the rim if you want to have it that way. Sometimes they can be fruity margaritas.
And again, I'm not super fruity. I guess I'll try the sour one. What was that for? Lime? Is that what he said it was? I don't remember. He was talking
Lime,
really fast.
lime is very traditional. Vogel, what are you having? You're totally having one. What are you having?
That one's fine. I'm gonna try the Riesling ale. I'll have the margarita.
Oh wait, you're gonna mix? You're gonna mix? Are you seriously?
I mean, Captain has offered us some time off after the last mission.
Oh, and she leans over and she goes, no, I shouldn't say $5. She goes, first bet says that she passes out after the margarita.
I give her 3 before she falls over.
Fine, I'll get it myself. Ken says I am able to handle it.
We don't have a Barton Day.
Archambault starts chanting, Vogel, Vogel, Vogel.
Yeah. She leans over to Erica. I thought I never took time off. I know. Vulcan, not surprising. She doesn't take time off more than I don't take time off. And that's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah, but you're not really Vulcan. Yeah, you're Vulcan, but you're not really Vulcan. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? Like you're Vulcan, but you're not really Vulcan.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, I work for a Vulcan. That's Vulcan.
That's fair.
I hope you take this as a compliment. You're more beta than Vulcan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's more where I grew up anyway, so it makes sense. But
Exactly.
don't let my dad hear you say that.
Well, is your dad here?
You know what? No. My dad's captain on a different starship.
Yeah,
Beta
he doesn't
Squadron.
need to hear. He doesn't need to hear any of this, right? You have what you have, but you're. I think I'll say this in the best way possible. You're Vulcan in all of the good ways.
Oh, thank you so much, Erica.
You're welcome. Make sure that you put in a good word with me with my boss. I think he's well, whatever.
I think he's pretty whatever too, so that's fine.
That's a good definition for him. Very whatever. Commander whatever. Don't tell him I said that.
You gotta admit though, he's couldn't be worse to work for.
Oh, he's brilliant. Don't get me wrong. As an engineer, he knows everything there is to know. But working for a Vulcan, I mean, a Vulcan who is from Vulcan, who is true, like all the philosophy of Vulcan, it's hard.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, you also can't completely be mad at him either, because again, grew up there, lived there, is there like all of them. But it's just. Did we see him walk in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over to the bar. Maybe one of the antennae twitch when you talk about Commander whatever, but it's not gonna press the subject.
Hey, XO, want to join us for a margarita?
Good evening, everyone. What is a margarita?
It's a lime sour ice drink that apparently is amazing.
You can serve it frozen, Commander, so you'll probably like it.
Lime, sour, ice are all three things that I feel like should not go together, but I'll give it a shot. I generally just stick to a nice, simple Andorian ale. The synths are not good, but it works sometimes.
Well,
How's everyone's
sometimes you
night
can't be a
going?
classic, but it's we're taking time off. That's how it's going.
It is much needed. We always have to recharge sometimes so that we're at peak efficiency for when things go wrong. Have you all had margaritas before, or?
No, my little brother told me about them. Apparently, Erica here has, and likes the idea that Vogel's having one.
Yes, they're the best, Commander. And Vogel having one, you should order her to have one.
No, because then it's not time off. Gotta make sure
I
she
was
uses her
about to say
time
the
off.
exact same thing. If I order you to have a relaxing time, then it's not really you having a relaxing time.
It's a joke, Commander. I don't want you to order her to do anything. I forget what I said.
I'll happily try one of these margaritas. Is that a food item, or the is that a ball? What is that?
It's an
Oh, it's
Andorian snow puff. I think it's what it's called. Don't you haven't you seen one of these before?
An Andorian snow puff? I feel I can rather confidently say as an Andorian that I've never once heard of anything of that sort ever. Where did you get it?
GM who? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Someone sold you this creature and said it was an Andorian snow puff. Is that correct? Did you get this cleared with any of your superiors? Bringing on a life form to a Federation starship, has it been cleared with medical? He gave you paperwork for the Andorian snow puff. You submitted it? Interesting. Well, I've never heard of an Andorian snow puff. So I hope that you did not pay too much money for it. Who did you purchase it from? Hmm. What does it do? Fascinating. Well, just send the paperwork to my pad directly. I'll look it over when I have a chance. I'm just saying, and Andorian snow puffs don't feel like anything I know of. So if you were lied to about what the creature was, it's best that we get to the bottom of it, of course.
EXO, aren't you on time off as well?
Yes, currently. I was going to be getting a drink and spending some time in the holodeck.
Then lifts up and hands you a margarita.
Perfect. I will happily take this. A brief toast then to the glorious crew of the USS Navajo. I encourage you all to enjoy the rest of your time off and take some time to relax. We'll traveling for some time, so.
Oh, and hey, welcome
I'll
back,
drink to that.
Commander. We never really sort of toasted you coming back as the XO since you were away. So to you as well, Commander, Archambault
Very
says.
good point.
Ah,
Cheers
yes.
to the XO.
Thank you all very much. I greatly appreciate your assistance, and I guess to you all as well. I am very happy to have returned. I've heard that Commander, what did you call him, Commander? Whatever, did very well in my stead.
Oh, you mean Commander Solak?
Yes. I thought you had a colorful name for him before.
Well, no. I mean, he was fine. In fact, it was actually great that he was the XO. It gave me more responsibility in engineering.
Well, good. I'm sure
He
Commander Solak is always looking
performed-
for more individuals down in engineering to take more responsibilities from himself.
He definitely performed admirably, but we certainly missed you, sir.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, I am happy to be returned. I'm going to go and spend some time in the holodeck. Of course, if any of you require me, please feel free to reach out.
Have fun storming the castle, sir.
I will. It's one of my favorite programs. There's something about battle axes that really gets my heart pumping.
Hey, GM, before he leaves, can I come in as the doctor?
No.
Oh, there you are, Caval. I meant to talk to you about something.
Oh, good evening, Doctor. I was just leaving to the holodeck. Did you wish to take this in your office or
New office? What are you talking about?
in your office?
Oh, no. This is just something real quick. I need to
Oh.
reschedule you for tomorrow as opposed to later in this week for your physical. Now that you're back on duty, I need to have you back in for the physical to make certain that the records that were given to us from Andoria while you were away are consistent with your physical condition right now. Basically, I'm booking you tomorrow for the physical. Do not be late. Do not miss it. If you don't, I have to send security to find you.
Of course, Doctor. No worries. I'll be there at the allotted time. 15 minutes prior to, of course, so that we can get it over with, please.
Yes, and it should be fine. It'll be fairly straightforward. Basically, don't do what the captain does and come up with excuses not to attend. Okay?
Of course, Doctor. You'll get no lip from me.
Okay, good. Because you know what happens to people when they give me lip?
I've heard, yes, but luckily I've avoided most of it.
Good. That's very wise. What are you drinking there?
Margarita, apparently.
Really? Who's contaminating this man? Who's giving him this concoction? Who's responsible for this?
That would be me, although it was Erica's advice.
Rye! I am shocked.
Vulcan,
Shocked!
Betazoid, not lying is a thing.
Shocked.
Remember?
And Vogel, look at you. What are you drinking there?
The same?
Is that a margarita too? What is happening here? Has some sort of exotic spore been pumped into the atmosphere, making people change their personality?
Look, we follow orders. Follow orders to relax. It happens.
Oh. Vogel, I'm very happy to see that you're relaxing. I hope you continue to relax. How is the margarita?
It's a margarita.
That doesn't sound like a very ringing endorsement.
Little too bitter for my taste.
Caval, how's the margarita? How's it taste to you?
That's fine. I don't really think that I'll become a frequent drinker of one, but as a change of pace, it's acceptable.
Good. Don't drink too many of them. If you show up to the physical tomorrow hungover, that will also not bode well for you.
I grew up quickly. Synthale doesn't affect me very much at all.
Yeah, I hear that a lot from Andorians. You're all wrong.
Valid.
What's that? And she points to this. What's that?
which I've already identified as probably not a real thing. So
I've never heard of an Andorian snow puff. I don't think they actually exist. Is that a living creature? I take it. She looks at Cabal and she goes, "I take it this was screened through security, right?"
she claims all the paperwork was there. I can't say that I looked at it specifically myself, but I was going to look into it when I was back on duty.
The doctor yells over at Dr. Amon. Amon, did you know anything about this? Did this get screened through you?
No, doctor. I don't know. I don't know what the voice is for Amon. I don't know if we've done that one yet.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Good. All right. Well, you submitted it, right? What's the character's name, GM?
Engineer. Yeah.
Ensign Janice. All right, Janice. You're saying that you screened this through security. You submitted everything, and security approved this creature to be on board our ship.
Doesn't really answer the question.
You're not giving me good vibes about that, Janice. All right. Janice, would you mind if we brought the creature to sickbay to do a quick scan on it? Just in case. Tell you what. I'll take it to sickbay, do a scan on it, and I'll bring it right back to you here. How's that? Okay. Well, then you and Mr. Fluffernickels can come with me to sickbay and we can run a quick scan.
Can I assist?
Thank you. I love doing rolls. Presence, command. Because I'm doing a roll, does this activate her for this?
Nice.
Okay, yeah, it activates her. All right. Got to do something with her next. Presence. Yeah. Difficulty 2.
Did you say yes on the assist? Copy. I'll assist.
I don't think I've got a focus for anything here other than patient care, but I think that's a stretch. So I'll buy a die with threat.
Well, can't assist on that one, boss. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. First thing in the morning. It should be fine. She looks over at Caval and like, that's fine, right?
I'll double check first thing in the morning as well. As long as it was cleared through the first time, but double checking is never a bad thing in my book.
Okay.
Especially since you claimed it was an Andorian snow puff, which we've both. It isn't. So if that was a lie, why? Seems strange.
She's not lying, Caval. She probably was told it was an Andorian.
Oh no, I wasn't claiming she was lying. I was saying that whoever sold it to her was lying about what the creature was.
Exactly. He's not saying that you're a liar. He's not saying you're a liar. Anyway, I hope you didn't pay too much for it. It is cute, though. Is it purring?
She said 2 slips. Yeah.
Oh, look at it. It purrs. It's like a cat. Do you have cats on Andoria?
I mean, some individuals keep them as house pets in the warmer climates, but not really.
Look at it. If you petted it, purrs even more. That's sweet. Yeah, first thing in the morning should be fine. All right. Have a good birthday party. Everybody have a good time. Vogel, have a good time.
Doctor, I'll see you promptly tomorrow for my physical.
Hey, you better.
Well, everyone, have a good night. I'll leave as well. I'm good for now. Just the calm before the storm.
Yeah, same.
Somewhere the captain is in his ready room with a glass of Chianti.
Nice.
Considering these promotion applications he has on his desk.
Oh, that's right. That one's left over from when we were fighting that ghost.
That was a spooky time.
That was a great one. Oh, do you have Mr. Fluffernickel with you? Let me see him. Let me see Mr. Fluffernickel. Oh, he is so cute. Look at him. All right, let's check him out. Come on over here. And just put him on here, the med bay right here, and Vigo will do a quick run, and we'll do a quick scan of him. And GM, do you need me to make a roll for that or anything like that? Vigo? So should Whitman do it or Vigo? Whitman will do it.
Yeah, we'll save it.
Yeah. Does somebody want to play Vigo?
No, we'll save the
Okay.
cruiser for it.
Yeah. Whitman will run it. So I'm sorry, insight and medicine? Okay. Difficulty 1. All right, just don't do the roll. Oh, sorry. Duh.
I said we got everything fixed, so I'm gonna get rid of the breaches.
We haven't repaired it? I thought this was weeks later.
Just
Didn't we stop at DS9? We wouldn't have repaired while we were at DS9? Oh, copy, okay.
One Tribble at a time.
Oh, you know what? I'll come into the waiting room for my physical.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah.
Just come on in. Just come on in.
Yeah, I'll come wait in the waiting room for the.
No, we just walk right on in.
Yeah.
Seriously, just walk right on in.
Yeah. You set me up, so we're alley-oop it here.
Exactly.
Yeah, Caval will wander in at a narratively appropriate time.
Save my friends and Zoidberg. Out of character, would she be able to see that, like with Tribbles, that they're like much of their body is geared towards reproduction, things like that, or is it just the basics? Like I'm not seeing anything harmful about them. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem to be harmful. No, mites or anything like that. It's not emitting anything that's potentially toxic. It tends to shuffle or roll about based upon its size. A lot of hair, but nothing really all that harmful that I can see. Fascinating creature, though. At some point, I'll have to make a log of this, Vigo. This is a new species that we've come across. I don't see anything else that we're aware of. Out of character, GM, would she be able to cross-reference this with anything in the Starfleet database involving Tribbles? Like, would it doesn't even come up. Okay. So this is a new species. So congratulations, Janice. You brought a new species on board. We'll have to log this, categorize it, and we'll have to run some more tests on it going forward to learn more about it. That way we can potentially learn what not makes it tick, but see if it's an endangered species. And if it is, we'll have to put it on the endangered species list. Otherwise, I don't see anything dangerous about it right now. I think we can okay it for security and make sure that the rest of security knows it's all right. But just be careful walking about it with the ship. It's so small and it's so cute that we don't want anybody stepping on it or anything like that, okay? Pin? Oh, okay. All right, well, that's all. You're excused. Oh, real quick, Janice, who drank too many margaritas last night? Very smart and loyal of you, Janice. Dismissed.
Hello. Good. You came for your check on Mr. Fluffer Nickel. Was that his name? That's good. Good. All right. As you were. My apologies. Good morning, Doctor. Everything checked out?
Good morning, Caval. Right on time. Please come in.
How are you doing?
I'm good, Caval. How are you doing today?
Well.
Well?
Yes, I'm doing well today.
Oh, you're doing well today. I was going to say, not too many margaritas last night, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, of course not.
Just the one.
Of course not. Well, if you're doing okay today, we'll just get you on your way here in just a moment, up on the table, and we'll begin your initial physical. Hope you got yourself worked up. You're going to work up a little bit of a sweat today.
No problems there, Doctor. Everything good with the little snow puff?
Yes, I guess we can call it an Andorian snowpuff because we see no listing of it in any of the bio records, so it's a new species that we've come across, so we'll have to categorize it. But in terms of a security threat, I don't see anything threatening about it right now. Barely even has any teeth.
Interesting. I'm curious if Deep Space Nine is aware that they have a Ferengi that is trading in potentially uncategorized species. That seems like a strange thing to be happening.
Strange things happen on DS9 all of the time. Are you going to get up on the table, or am I going to have Vigo put you on the table?
Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry.
There you go. Right, so we'll get started here a little bit. While we get started here, we're going to just take your vitals, look at your heart rate, your blood pressure, which is always very interesting. Andorian blood pressure and heart rate very different than humans. Practically doesn't even register on the screens. So your blood rate and heart look consistent and normal. Slightly elevated pulse, but that's always expected here in the doctor's office. Does being in sickbay make you nervous, Commander?
It's really just the like small talk with doctors that makes me uncomfortable, all things considered.
Oh, I know most of your medical history, Caval, so I would think that I would be pretty low on the stress level with you. I know everything that's ever happened to you, including the numerous broken bones that you've gone and encountered on being part of the Andorian military.
Yes. Well, we heal well. It's a quick process for us, so.
Yes, especially when someone cuts off one of your antennae.
It's only happened a couple times for me. I'm rather good at keeping them intact.
3 times to be specific.
That's correct.
So what did you do on in?
The third one doesn't technically count. I let it happen, so that it still happened, but technically, it wasn't. I don't count it as a loss in my column. It's more of I let that one happen. Just want to let you know.
Understood. I still count it, though, as a wound. That's how it's listed on your medical report, and that's how it's going to stay. I don't see any new wounds. What did you do on Andoria? Well, by the way, out of character, was that where your character was when you were on leave?
Yeah, I was on Andoria.
Right. Yeah. So what did you do on Andoria while you were away?
I had some works to attend to with some Imperial Guard individuals required me. Starfleet deemed it, due to my previous contact with them, it would be easier for me to deal with it. It was relatively simple. They just needed some advice for some conflicts and whatnot. Nothing too crazy. Spent some time with the family, that sort of thing.
Nobody tried to duel you to the death or anything like that?
No, not this time. Everything was rather above board. I'm sure that there's still some other ones that want to do it at some point in time, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
GM, do I need to roll to do any medical scan on him?
I'm okay, I swear. I'm okay, I swear.
All right. Well, everything sort of is checking out well, other than elevated heart rate, which can be expected. I think we can now get to the actual physical part of the physical. And we're going to have you do some calisthenic work right now. And I'm assuming, GM, what happens is coming down from the ceiling are the little paddles that he can put his feet on.
Yeah.
And do the exercise thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, copy. Alright. Fitness, security, diff 1. Survival is a focus. I'm a pretty fit guy. No, it's okay. I will give you a threat. So, yeah.
Is that 1 momentum?
2 is a diff 1. So
2. All right.
Get a little bit.
And can I say that, I'll just say that while he's doing that, she goes, okay, he's former Andorian military. We're going to make this a little hard for him. Going to increase the speed here and the weight, but you're a big boy. You can take it. Work up a little sweat there, Mr. Imperial Guard. Keep
Whatever
going.
you deem accurate, Doctor.
Good. Heart rate is elevated. Good. You've been staying in shape. Not too much of that home cooking back on Andoria, right?
We eat a lot of lean meats anyways.
Hmm. Okay, and stop. Good. Very good.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, just the standard blood work now, and you'll be on your way. She comes over with a hypo, sticks a hypo in your arm, gets some blood, puts it over here, and does some screenings. And
So if you oversee our physicals, who oversees all of yours?
the other doctors oversee our physicals, so we rotate. This month, Dr. Amen will do my physical. And next month, Vigo is going to get to do my physical. It'll be the first time he'll get to do a physical on a medical doctor. Have fun, Vigo. All right, let me see here. All right, nothing too unusual. Elevated cholesterol. Lean meats my ass. All right.
I eat a little bit more desserts when I'm back home, so
Yeah, that's what I figured. Going to make a slight alteration to your diet card here. A little more roughage in your diet.
Okay, I can do that.
But otherwise, Caval, you're fine. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course.
Please convey. Oh,
Are you
just
are you still struggling with getting the captain down here, or?
No, I'm not struggling to get the captain down here. I just get annoyed when he provides convenient excuses not to come, such as, I don't know, the ship being in danger or something like that. Basically, if you could politely suggest to your captain that when I say that a physical is important, it is important. He's only the most important individual on the ship. Don't worry, I consider you the second most important person on the ship.
I would rather that you not, but I'll convey that to the captain when I see him next.
Thank you, Kamal. All right, you're off. Unless you want to stick around here and see us do physicals all day, you are relieved of sickbay and can return to your normal duties.
Thank you for your quick service, Doctor. I appreciate the time.
Have a good day, Kaval.
You as well, and I'll head out. What could go wrong?
Very good. We know what they say.
Can I do a quick internal scan of the ship? Oh. Would warp field dynamics come into play? I don't think I have a focus for this. Probably 2. I'm going to take a momentum though and try to get us some more. E. Captain, I'm getting a sensor read back, but it seems like part of the internal sensors are also down. I didn't think they were going to be working on the sensor system yet.
That's not on the maintenance or repair schedule for this shift.
Is it the parts around Deck 13 and all that are not showing up? Just Deck 13 is the only one not showing up.
Johansson, a word from engineering.
Would you like me to go down and see, sir?
Are they not responding at all?
Are you doing engineering deck or Deck 13? Which deck is engineering on?
Well, out of character, Jim, can engineering respond to this, or is this part of the narrative here? Got it.
Let me see. Ride to Rochambeau. Are you there? Is it doing the dead click or is it doing the one beep? On my my chest, the one beep. Okay, so it's functioning, but it's not going through.
And her name is Archambault.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Archambault. She would have said it right. I'm gonna mess up on that. She would have said it right.
The captain will tap his communicator badge. Bridge to Commander Solak.
Am I able to respond, GM, or do you want me to remain silent? Okay. Solak here, Captain.
Commander, we're receiving we're detecting a power outage on Deck 13. We're unable to communicate with engineering. You aware of any problems down there?
We're currently addressing the breaches, sir, but I am not aware of this issue. We will investigate it as soon as possible.
Make that a priority and get back to me.
Yes, Captain. Solak out.
Saw you running a scan there, Lieutenant Rye. What did you pick up?
The rest of it seems to be functioning what it was. I mean, no extra damage, no nothing. It's just Deck 13 that is not registering on the sensors.
So, Johansson, send a security team to Deck 13 just in case.
Aye, sir. Ride to security.
Am I on duty? I guess I'd be on my way up to the bridge then, so I don't know if I'd get that call.
I mean, probably if you're.
Well,
I don't know if the comms are messed up or if it's from a personal. I don't know what's working here. What is it?
well, Marlo will respond. Marlo here.
Marlo, we're having difficulties reaching Deck 13. Would you mind getting some hands down there and seeing what's going on?
Acknowledged. I'll put a team together and head over there myself.
Appreciate it.
Marlo to Commander Caval.
I'll look up and watch him walk in the room and just.
Yeah, exactly. As I walk onto the bridge.
Shrug. Like,
Yeah, exactly. As I walk onto the bridge. Yes, Marlo, this is Caval. What can I do for you?
Sending a security group team to Deck 13. Apparently there's some kind of outage going on over there.
Understood. I just got to the bridge. I'll meet you down there. Captain, is everything all right? Or?
Unknown.
Interesting. You said,
Sola. I've sent Commander Sola to look into it and the security team to make sure there's nothing untoward going on down there.
If you want to look, sir, and I'll gesture if he wants to come by my station and look at the sensor readout, how it's not, all wonky do.
gotcha. I'll take a peek. Is it sensors and power fluctuations on deck 13?
The sensors themselves, I'm over here. I'm the blue one. I'm the other blue one. I'm the other blue one. I'm not sure if it's malfunctioning or if we're not reading it, but it doesn't seem like the sensors are responding to us at all. At least on deck 13. Everything else seems to be showing up.
We also seem to be having problems communicating with engineering.
It's true, I couldn't reach our Chambeau earlier, but I don't know where she is, if she's in engineering or if she's off on a breach.
It's multiple ship systems having issues at the same time. That seems a strange coincidence. Not tied to any of the breach repairs, correct?
No, sir. I don't believe this order had any damage.
Fascinating.
We took breaches to communicate. We did take breaches to communication, though. So maybe. I mean, we did get hit in our sensor array, our communications array.
Yeah, that's what I was
maybe it is just that.
Curious about. I don't know either. GM, would this just above board? Would this be something that is related to the breach in sensors or communications? Sorry, or is this a separate thing? But I'm assuming at this point, after the time that we've had, Solak would have informed us if these communications issues had been standard due to the breach, right? Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, well, I'll head down with the security team to Deck 13 and take a look. It seems strange. Might I recommend once we get down there just a standard quarantine of the deck until we look into what the problem is?
Well, let's ascertain the problem before we start quarantining decks of the ship.
Very well.
Get down there, find out what's going on, then we'll make a decision.
So personal communication only, right? Ship bad. Understood. Okay. Good luck. I'll let you know. And I'll head down and meet Solak and the security team, I guess.
Out of curiosity, what is on deck 13?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing.
I start fiddling on my end with the controls just to see if there's anything I can do to help with the communications on this end, just for something to be doing. Just background flavor.
Copy.
Is Solak here as well?
Is this a different color than... Oh, good. Okay. can I would like to go and follow that Andorian snowpluff. I will approach it and see if I can pick it up. Oh, I don't. Sorry, I didn't. I'm not trying to drag Marlo. I didn't realize I got us both. My bad. Hello, little guy. What are you? What? Why are you here? You don't look like Ensign Jane's Andorian snowpuff.
Is there such a thing as an Andorian snowpuff?
No. Can I try to use my personal comm to call to Ensign Jane? Janice. Hello, Ensign Janice. Where currently is your Mr. The thing? The snowpuff? Yes. Are you positive? I'm on deck 13 and I'm seeing another Andorian snowpuff of a different coloration. Thank you. I'm well aware of the coloration. I'm curious how another one has gotten on board. Can you go and get eyes on your Andorian snowpuff for me, please? Report back as soon as you can. Captain,
Go ahead.
do we see this one as well? Somebody does, I'm assuming. Captain, I found some small creatures here. We're about to go looking for them more. Long story short, one of the ensigns was sold a creature a couple days ago on DS9, and apparently it got cleared through all of the proper channels. But I'm seeing a couple more of them, which she claims is not her doing. So we're gonna look into this. But yeah, there's a bunch of little small fuzzy round things. We're gonna see if there are more. Caval out.
Hello,
Solon,
Commander.
this thing, do you think that, what is this? Have you seen this before? Do you know what this is?
I am unaware of what this creature is.
Okay.
Based upon your discussions there with the captain, am I to assume that this creature is the cause of the outage on this deck?
I'm not sure, but it's, I mean, first thing we see off the turbo lift is another one of these things. It seems weird. I encourage you to check the engineering panels for any sort of direct interference, potentially. The doctor said that these things don't have teeth and that they were not harmful, so I'm not sure if they're, or how they could disrupt our systems, but it's possible.
The doctor does check for any sort of radiation emission from a creature of this kind that could impact systems. Since this creature did not failed that check in the sense that it does not emanate radiation, I see it illogical that this being would be causing this outage. But I'll check the panels nonetheless. A curious creature. Doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Let me know if you find a logical reason for why the whole deck is not working correctly from the bridge.
Of course, Commander. And Solak will go over to the nearest engineering panel and conduct a diagnostic. Diagnostics as a focus. I've got a bonus momentum, which I'll use to ask a question. am I able to locate the source of the power siphon? And where is that? And where is that on this? He would know where that is. Where is that on this deck? Like right where the Tribble is. Okay. At the intersection. Like here. Oh, there. Okay. Commander, there seems to be some sort of power siphoning happen on this deck. I am attempting to locate the source. And I walk over here to see if I can locate the source. Interesting. I do. Interesting. Commander,
Yes, Commander.
it would seem that the Andorian Snowpuff, Mr. Snickerdoodle, as you referred to him earlier, might be the cause of the power siphoning. I attempted to approach the one that was in this hallway, and it screeched and ran away through that opening down there by the wall. And he points down right here. I would recommend a security search, sir. Locate this creature and isolate it as quickly as possible.
Understood. Cavalta Bridge.
Bridge here.
Me and Solog are here on deck 13. We found more of these creatures. He believes they are the cause of the siphoning issue. We're going to attempt to lock down deck 13 and send multiple security teams here as well so that we can begin searching the deck for any of these creatures. We can try to figure out how they're doing what they're doing and how to stop them.
It's one specific creature, Commander, the one that was just here. I do not think any of the others are necessarily causing a power siphon, though I would need more information before I make a full determination.
Well, just in case, erect security force fields to isolate Deck 13, and run Lieutenant Rye run some scans to make sure there aren't any more of these things elsewhere on the ship.
We'll attempt to isolate it. Well, that's going to be a problem. And that's going to be a bigger problem.
Emergency lighting?
I think if it were on, sir, it would be working.
Is anything on the bridge working? We'll tap his communicator. The bridge to Commander Solak.
Solak here, Captain.
We seem to have lost power on the bridge.
Interesting. Captain, are there any of the creatures that were described earlier present on the bridge?
Small, furry, small ball of fur?
Yes, Captain.
Yes,
want me
there's
to
one running
catch it?
around the bridge. Yes, catch that thing.
I would recommend isolating that creature immediately.
Okay, these things are officially no longer cute anymore.
Captain, what color was the creature that was on the bridge?
Pink, I think.
Interesting. The creature that I saw in the hallway was of a different color, more orange. It would suggest then that all of these creatures on this ship are able to siphon power in some way.
Well, that's going to make containing them complicated.
We could try to isolate their biofrequency, sir, and use the transporters to transport them into one location.
Well, we have power on the bridge again.
That would
Lieutenant,
suggest that the creature that was there has now left.
Lieutenant Rye, I assume you weren't unable to capture the fuzzball?
Yeah, despite their size, they're rather rolly. But let me. I'm gonna stay. Okay.
Commander Sola, do you have hands on one of those things yet?
We have been unable to capture one as yet, sir. They are interesting creatures in that they are able to camouflage themselves from our bioscans. Our scans should have been able to detect their ability to siphon power.
Have we been able to get any scans of these things?
Just the medical scans that were done earlier today by the doctor. We could use those to isolate their biological frequency and use the transporters to transport them.
You heard him, Lieutenant Rye. See if you can figure out how many of these things are on my ship.
Yes, sir. I've already sent a request for scans at Medbay got. See if we can narrow it down and isolate. See what we can at least find them all.
Lieutenant Rye, it may be difficult to scan them if they're able to camouflage themselves.
Yeah, couldn't hurt to try. Maybe they can't do it. They can do it a small scale. If I can locate the scans and put it in our tricorder, we could physically have to scan the ship, but it'd be something we could find them with.
That is logical.
And Commander Solak, we'll need a way to contain them once we find them. They are living creatures. I'm sure Starfleet would object if we transported them into deep space.
Caval here. I can attempt to convert one of the cargo bays using rudimentary large containers with no external access points. That way we can toss them all in there for the time being. It seems they're good at maneuvering, so we have to make sure it's completely locked out with no way out and without any sort of power, so they can't interfere with the shielding.
Well, I'll set something up in one of the cargo bays on deck 13 since they're already there.
Understood.
And if you use force field setting 629 beta, it should help to maintain at least some of the energy siphoning if you have them contained.
Understood. I'll inform security to use that frequency for our lockout force fields if we need them.
In the meantime, Captain, I will attempt to make sure that power is regained in the decks that have lost power.
Very good. You got any reports from the engineering deck yet?
Not as yet, sir.
Yeah, send a runner down there just to make sure they're all right down there.
I will send a security officer down there immediately. The first thing that he says is initiate a lockdown of the warp core. Nothing in, nothing out of the warp core. And basically like erecting force fields, and no one goes into any of these doors. The warp core is completely contained. Okay. Ensign, that creature right there, hold it in your hands immediately. Do not let it out of your sight. And he commands the rest of the engineering. Go ahead. Ensign, that creature is a danger to the ship. The rest of you, any creatures that you see here that look like this, it has been designated as an Andorian snow puff. Take this creature immediately to Deck 13. And then Solok begins to gather up snow puffs that he sees, and as many as he can, and then proceed to Deck 13 with them. He also informs the rest of the engineering crew, no one is to go into the warp core. If you see any of these creatures into the warp core, you are to immediately remove it as soon as possible. Is that understood? He says, sure, I'll do security. Yeah, screw it, I'll buy a die with momentum.
At least you succeeded.
Yes. Interesting. I look at Chief Cox and I say, Chief Cox, can you hear me? Are you all right? What was my last order to you, Chief Cox? No, it was not. Do you see the creature in front of you? The furry creature? Yes. I want you. I do not understand what adorable means in the context of this conversation, but these creatures are a threat to the ship. You are to gather them immediately and take them to Deck 13. Is that understood? I go over to Archambault and I say, what's her rank here? She's an ensign. Ensign Archambault. Ensign, the snow puff in your hands. What are you supposed to do with that? Take that creature immediately to Deck 13. That is an order. Solok to Caval.
Caval here, yes?
The engineering staff here on the engineering deck seem to be in some odd trance, and I think it has something to do with these creatures.
Interesting. I had one of my security personnel talk to it like a baby. I thought it was just a him thing. But you think it's some sort of effect they have on us?
Possibly, especially on humans. Humans seem to find these creatures, I believe the term they used is cute and adorable. They
Huh.
seem to treat them as pets in some way. Curious. I've commanded 2 of my staff to take creatures up to Deck 13. I will be bringing up more myself, but you should keep an eye out on this. If humans in particular are under the trance of these creatures, it will make it more difficult for us to catch them.
Understood. I'll send out a security alert to inform them to. What do you think? It's proximity or touch, Commander?
I think we should assume proximity, especially since the creatures, when they are in the proximity of electrical devices, can siphon power.
All right, very good. I'll inform security. I'm setting up 2 large cargo containers, physical ones, no shielding, in Cargo Bay 1 on Deck 13. We can use them as storage for these creatures. Once we toss them in, close the door, and rinse and repeat until we fill them up.
I've also locked down the warp cores so that the creatures cannot enter or enter the warp core. I do not want to think of how they could siphon power from that.
Good idea. We should do the same with life support and all other critical systems.
And I'll need to clean off my desk, it seems. I will bring more of these creatures up to you on Deck 13, so lock out.
Very good. Thank you, Commander. Caval out.
Ah, come here. There are more of these things on my bridge. Report, Commander Caval.
Caval here. I'm setting up multiple cargo containers in Cargo Bay 1 on Deck 13 that we can use to, in the meantime, place the snow puffs in. It's completely hermetically sealed, of course, so they shouldn't have any way out once we place them in. But the process of acquiring all of them is going to be problematic, to say the least. Commander Solak believes that they have some sort of calming, entrancing effect, potentially, on his engineering crew. He's locked down the warp core. I recommend we do the same to other critical systems.
Well, unfortunately, the power hasn't gone out on the bridge again, but I have a dozen of these things at least on the bridge.
We should get in touch with the doctor, see if she can. We need to take 1 or 2 of them, see if she can determine how they are repopulating so frequently.
Well, Lieutenant Rye, why don't you take a couple of samples and work with the medical staff, figure out how these things are replicating so quickly, and how they might be affecting the crew.
Yes, sir. Hmm. I'm going to turn to the captain real quick. Actually, sir, permission to just take a scan? If this is a proximity or touch-based phenomenon, since we're unsure, it might be better to work with scans first until we know if touching them releases some sort of pheromone or trigger.
If you get the information you need just from a tricorder scan. My guess is that sickbay probably has a sample of them as well. These things seem to be all over the ship.
More data never hurts. I'll make a scan of this one real quick and then head down.
As fast as these things seem to breed, I can't believe there isn't anything in Federation databases about these things.
We could attempt to contact Deep Space Nine. It appears that Ensign Janice got the first snow puff from a trader there. Perhaps a security team there can question the individual on where he got them and if he knows anything more about their origin or design.
Do we know the identity of the trader she got them from?
I don't know. She never said that, but would she know the person's name, GM, or? I think the captain was looking at that, right? I think you're cutting in and out. I think the captain was looking at the files that she submitted, right? So I guess
You did want
she would know. Yeah, you would probably know who it was. So. Oh yeah, GM's lagging super bad.
Mr. Vogel, see if you can establish communication with Deep Space Nine, please.
Hi, Captain.
Yeah. Good day, Major Kira. This is the Navajo. We seem to have taken on an infestation from Deep Space Nine. Wanted to make you aware of it. You have a merchant aboard the station named Joron Thav. Now, tell him to be careful. And Pearl will just point to the variety of fluff balls on his bridge. One of my crewmen purchased one of these from Mr. Thav. They replicate or breed exceptionally quickly. We're not real sure what they are, but they're affecting power systems on the Navajo. You may want to make sure you don't have any infestations of these things on Deep Space Nine. And considering the damage done to my ship, he may want to take Joran Them into custody and question him about these things. Very good. Thank you, Major. For lack of any other solution, Perot is going to go to a replicator, replicate a broom, and sweep the things into a corner.
Yeah, I was going to take a scan and then head down to medbay. Is it just me, or is that sound getting more annoying the more I hear it? Yeah, I walked in and said that. Doctor?
Oh, hi, Rye. How are you?
Well, there have been some things happening. Are
Yeah.
you okay?
Yes, we're trying to figure out what is going on with these creatures.
Yes, and I'm sure the petting motion is a very deep and thorough scan, right?
Is she? By the way, is she petting the creature, GM? All right. This medicine. I'll give you a die with momentum. Stress disorders as a focus. Okay.
Let's try though.
Let's try. Yeah, Scriddles. Oh yeah, give me that.
Oh wow!
Wow. Nice.
A very interesting creature, Rye. Nothing in our bioscan showed to have anything that would be a threat to the ship, but it seems to have some ability to siphon power, according to Solak. And it does have this weird, odd, tranquil effect on people, almost like putting them in a trance.
Then maybe we should do something about that. Is there a way to isolate one and do a scan?
Isolate one and do a scan. Yes, we've already done a scan, and nothing came up in the scan that shows that it can do any of this.
Well, obviously it can, so we should check everything. Medical
Well-
records, random events, historical documents, because it turned off the power to the bridge.
We've done all that,
And if it
Rye.
turns
There's
off the power to the War Corps,
Rye, we've done all that. We've checked the medical records for Starfleet. There's nothing about this creature in anything. This is a totally new species. We've never encountered this before, according to records and all databases that we have available to us.
we still have to find a way to stop it, though.
I mean, the only thing that security can think of is actually physically picking them up and moving them into the cargo bay in Deck 13. So if you've got two hands, start gathering.
Yeah, the thing is, though, they tried that in engineering, and half the engineering thing is just staring at them and petting them again. I think there's a chance that touching them is a bad idea, so we need another way to move them.
I mean, there's... Well, wait a minute.
How many pairs of tongs do you got?
It's not tongs. We could try and isolate some sort of serum that can make people... Well, wait a minute. We're starting to see here that the people who are most at risk of this sort of tranquil trilling effect of these creatures are humans. I could try and come up with a hypo that basically makes them more immune to this than anyone else. You're half Vulcan and half Betazoid. You're not falling under a trance of these things. Caval and
I also
Solak-
haven't touched them.
Cabal and Solak haven't seemed to fall under any aspects of them. We could come up
I'm
with
actually
something.
going to put my finger up and not interrupt, but slightly back up and look and see what Vigo's doing. Because I know he's not human. Like, is he petting a trill? Or petting a tribble?
No, he's
He's a
not human.
Bajoran.
He's a Bajoran. Yeah. Well,
Well, it's working on the Bajoran, too.
Well, Whitman keeps saying we can basically put together a hypo that can make individuals more resistant to their trilling effect.
Yeah, but we also need to do ship.
Can't hear you. You broke up all that.
We also need a way to stop hurting the ship.
From
Because also, let's see the thing. You gather them all up, then they're all in one space. That means a lot of things are siphoning energy from one spot, which also seems like a bad idea.
well, I can come up with the serum to try and make people more resilient to the trilling effect of these things. The other part of that, I think, is going to have to be up to you.
Yeah, probably. I want to see what the initial scans you took, and if we can find a way to scan them. Can we scan Vigo, who is currently holding a triple, and see if there's a radiation signature now that maybe we can isolate with the force field setup? Me or her?
It would be you. She's working on the serum.
Reason, medicine, difficulty, what? Since I am doing this to alter force fields, would my focus in force fields come into play? Dang it. I'm gonna bite two.
Oh, sorry. Yay!
Hey, we got him back.
We got one momentum back.
Yeah, well. My medicine's not great, y'all.
Great roll. No, seriously, great roll.
great roll. But yeah, no, my medicine's not great. Oh, why must you hate me? I don't suppose testing a theory would come into play here?
But we have momentum if you want to use it.
Yeah, I was trying to get a free one. Oh,
Do you want Whitman
Oh,
to
they
roll?
just got cute again.
No. Do you want Whitman to roll for creating this serum? Okay.
You look up and you see her petting the thing.
Okay. She comes over and says, "Rye, Rye, Rye." She's like snapping her fingers right in front of you. Rye,
Whoa, that's trippy.
put the trip. Sorry, put the snow puff down.
Wow. Um, do I need to roll for that, GM?
Oh, can I roll
No,
it
it's
and
good
she
for
assist?
this.
Can I roll it and she can assist? Presence. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Patient care for a focus. Okay. Difficulty of 2. It's with me rolling. All right, let's go roll it. Come on, Rye. There you go.
Yeah. Uh. Oh.
Are you there? Hey, can you hear me? Are you all right?
Hey. Oh, that's a step down. That's here. Pheromones. It's not touch. Good to know. Pheromones. Here's scan. I'm gonna take like 3 major steps back from all of the puffs in the room.
But she picked one up, right, GM? Okay.
Yeah, but I put it down and then walk back.
Yeah, but that's just it. You touched it. So by touching it, it puts you in the trance that it did.
But I didn't mean to. I was scanning it. I wasn't touching it.
But you did touch
I
it.
was just near.
You did pick it up.
Yeah, I got close to scan it, and then I guess I touched it, but I didn't mean to touch it. I just got close to it.
That's just
And
it.
just
You
being
didn't.
near it.
That's just it. You didn't mean to touch it, but I saw you pick it up and hold it in your hand. You don't remember doing that?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
But yes, it is touch, but it doesn't start with touch. It's not a touch trigger. I got close to it, which is a proximity thing.
Yes, but then when you
It
touch
makes
it,
you touch it.
it makes you touch it. Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Here, give me your scan.
Oh, I'm still very confused. Here, just use the scan, and I'm gonna step back.
And is this the information that I would need, GM? Okay. All right. Good. Good. Okay, I can start getting work on this. She goes over here and begins to get to work on the serum. What does it reveal? It's a pheromone. Okay, so it's a pheromone emitted. Got it.
Did it reveal anything that I could use for the energy suck for force field modification? Well, I get a freebie because of my. Oh, it's my been to do the thing. Got it. Hmm. Yeah. Whenever you spend one or more momentum to obtain information. Oh, so if I spend it, I can get 2 instead of 1. Okay, so I'd have to spend to get those answers. Sweet. I'm going to do that then.
What about figuring out how they're reproducing so quickly?
Hmm. This one doesn't have organs. Nickel. I need to go find Janice. Nope, I think I'm good. I'm going to go find Janice and Nickel.
What was the scan able to reveal how these things are replicating or reproducing?
Oh, well, this one doesn't have organs. So I'm going to go find the prime, which was Nickel, and see if I could scan that one.
Yeah, we did it. We did a
Oh,
bio
did
scan.
that one? Did
Yeah,
that one have reproductive organs?
I mean, no, nothing in the bioscan showed that it was able to reproduce.
Well,
I
somehow
asked,
they're reproducing.
yeah, I asked that question when we did the scan.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Yeah, so there was nothing in that scan unless I didn't ask the question correctly that would indicate that we would know, I guess, how it's reproducing.
Maybe they split like atoms. Have you seen one of them do anything? Like if you put them in a box, it just sits there. Does it do anything?
Well, we can't touch any of them right now. If we do, then it emits a pheromone that puts us in a trance.
No, I know. When the first, never mind. I wonder, can we attempt just in med bay to isolate one with our scanner, with our nope, what's it called? Where you poof. Sorry, player's having a moment. Transport, teleport, whatever.
Transporter? You mean using the transporter to do what?
Just to see if we can move one from one space to another.
I mean, yeah, the transporter would be able to do that, but what would be the purpose of that?
Well, we can't touch them. that would be the best way to move them.
Well, it's actually what Solak recommended earlier. But I guess it's a question of priorities. Like, what should we be doing first? Should we be trying to inoculate the crew from being influenced by these things, or should we be trying to transport them?
Well, I mean, yes. How about this? You guys work on the serum. See if you can get that figured out. Solak will work on the transporting and see if we can isolate the signature. And since communication's kind of iffy, I'll take this down to engineering and give him the information directly. And then, if you'll report to the captain about what we found, maybe people may be aware of it.
Well, one thing to consider here is that this is a security situation, so we have to inform both the captain and the commander. So Whitman,
The last I saw, they were together on the bridge. So
yeah. So Whitman taps her comm badge and goes, "Whitman to Captain Perone."
Captain here, go ahead.
Captain, we have been able to isolate that these creatures emanate a pheromone that seems to put humanoids under some sort of trance. There's a couple of ways that we can go about this. I can try and put together a hypo that can make people more immune to this effect. But the other side is that it looks like these things are able to multiply in a way that I'm not able to isolate how. None of our bioscans were able to show us anything that shows us how they're reproducing. So another approach to this would be trying to get these things all in one place at one time, and potentially we could use the transporter for that.
Only if we can pick them up on the transporters. But as far as the pheromone goes, is it possible for you to develop a counter agent that could be dispersed airborne through the life support system?
Through the ventilation system. Yes, we could try and do it that way, Captain, but we could also try and use the hypos to get people as well, just in case. But yes, both ways can be used.
Well, the hypos would be a slow way to do it, considering the size of the crew. Let's see if we can get something airborne first. That's probably going to be quicker.
Exactly, and hypos for anyone who isn't immediately affected by the airborne agent. And Captain, stay away from these things. Not only is touching them an issue, but getting close to them in any way also emits the pheromone.
Well, if we don't figure out how to contain them quickly, staying away from them is not going to be possible.
The only thing
Captain, with your permission, you go ahead.
Well, the only thing I can think of, Captain, is we have their biosigns in our computer. You could use the system. You could use the computer to isolate their biosigns on the ship, and then the transporter can transport anything with that biosign to the cargo bay.
I'll pass that on to Commander Solak and see if the transport chief can get that done.
Actually, with your permission, sir, we're going to just keep running into each other, aren't we?
No. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. I really don't.
It's okay.
Actually, Captain, with your permission, I was going to head down to engineering and deliver some of the information manually, just in case there's still more fluctuations, so I can talk to Commander Solak and keep him updated.
Very good.
No, you can put that down.
You may want to hand deliver the biosignatures to the transporter chief as well, then.
Yes, sir. No, Vigo, you can't keep it. Put it down.
For a second, it took me a moment to realize you were talking.
I was going to say, is that do you have your own?
I just have this
up there.
I just have this image in my head of him just like stroking it and petting it like the One Ring, and he's like, looks up at me like, "Can I keep it?" I'm like, no, put it down. Like
My precious.
Kid in the store. No, put it down. Sorry, no, that was background. I couldn't resist.
That was good.
Commander?
Lieutenant?
I was able to get some bio reads. Maybe we can find some way to beam them safely, but this is the closest I've gotten. Have you had any reaction to them?
Not that I'm aware of.
Does seem to be pheromone based, so it's a proximity issue. It seems like.
Yes,
But
it would seem that way.
it's
He looks at the rest of his engineering crew, who look to be in some kind of trance. I'm assuming, GM.
yeah, no, that was a weird feeling. I don't know how to describe it to you.
You were affected by these things.
Briefly, while I was scanning it, thankfully Whitman was there to shake me out of it. But it's, yeah, definitely interesting. I don't recommend it though, because that's not a feeling I ever thought to have.
What are you recommending that I do with these bio reads?
Well, if we can input it into the transporter system. I was gonna stop by him on the way, but I wanted to make sure I ran through first if any of the systems were acting weird. I wanted to make sure these were delivered so that you got them.
So your suggestion is that I take this information, put it into the transporter system, and use the transporter to beam anything with this biosignature to cargo bay on deck 13.
You always have the best way of putting things. Yes, that.
I simply wish to know the accuracy of your request. An interesting theory. I believe it was one I recommended earlier, but this is better.
But this is, yeah, well.
But this is more
You
accurate.
had the idea, yeah. I just, your idea was good, and I figured I want to help, so I helped. I hope.
Your help is appreciated. He starts putting it into the engineering computer right there. Do you need me to do a roll for that, GM? It seems
You
that the transporter,
hear something very low.
It seems that the transporter is not able to transport all of the snow puffs on this ship to the cargo bay, and even if we could, the cargo bay seems to be reaching its limit. I see no other logical alternative than to beam these creatures into deep space.
Oh, I don't think the captain's gonna like that.
These creatures are a threat to the ship, they are siphoning power from the vessel, and they are a danger to the crew by taking them and putting them in a trance. They are
Oh no, I absolutely agree with you. I'm on board. I think that's the only thing we're gonna get to do. I was actually hoping for incineration because these things are. I know they're supposed to be cute, but I find them creepy. Is that okay?
I don't see.
It was her birthday. I didn't want to be mean, but they're creepy.
That is, of course, your opinion. I do not find the creatures particularly creepy. I do find them, however, incredibly dangerous to the safety of the vessel and to the crew of this ship.
Yes.
So locked to Captain Perone.
Perone here.
Captain, I am unable to transport these creatures into the cargo bay on deck 13. There are simply too many of them. Additionally, the cargo bay in deck 13 is reaching its limit. I see no other logical alternative other than to beam these creatures out into space. Unless we can find a way to stop these creatures from multiplying, that is the only solution that we have available to us, sir. Otherwise, they will continue to multiply and they will suck this ship dry of energy.
We're already north of 4,000 count, sir. I'm not sure how many more we can hold.
Do we know if these creatures can exist in a hard vacuum?
I am not aware, sir.
When he says that, she looks up and makes eye contact, like, told you.
GM, is there anything in the bioscan that would say that they would be able to exist in vacuum? Sure, I'll do it to answer the captain's question. Captain, according to the medical scan here, it is unknown whether these creatures would be able to survive in the vacuum of space. However, curious, it is possible for them to go into hibernation if the creatures are exposed to extremely cold temperatures.
Well, that'll happen in deep space.
It is possible for us to lower the temperature in the cargo bay and other areas of the ship, so that way it would slow the reproductive elements of the creatures.
Well, we can do that when we get their numbers under control, but I'm not particularly fond of the idea of spacing them, no matter how annoying they are. They do need to be dealt with. Usually,
Apparently they can meow as well, sir.
oh no, that's the
It's the bridge cat, yeah.
That's my Cation yeoman doing a lullaby to them. As distasteful as it may seem, we're going to need to reduce their population somewhat. Use the cargo transporters. Let's not put them in a hard space. Let's just disperse their patterns.
Captain, the transporters are not able to transport all of them because there are so many. It is possible, though, for us, if we could isolate certain areas of the ship, such as, let's say, main engineering, and lower the temperature so that they can go into hibernation. Once in hibernation, we can then begin to remove them.
Right. Out of character, I think what the GM said was there are too many to transport. We should be able to locate the ones that we have in the cargo bay, put them in the transporter buffer, and then purge their patterns from the buffer. Yes.
And I think what Solak is trying to say is the ones that are in the cargo bay, lower the temperature in the cargo bay so they stop reproducing. And then in main engineering, lower the temperature so that they stop reproducing.
So you want to lower the temperature in the hotspots and then move them to the hotspots.
Exactly.
Copy.
Exactly.
Yeah, cold first, then
and then isolate them. And then isolate them.
Yeah.
Okay, then what? I mean, we're still going to have to. It's not like we can. What are we going to dump them into space as they are?
In character, Solak will say, we could transport them to the nearest starbase, keeping them in the same temperature-controlled area so that way they can be studied. And potentially released into a more friendly environment for them that is not going to harm Starfleet personnel or Starfleet vessels. This is a new species, Captain. We could learn very much from them.
Well, I'm sure. I don't think they need quite this many samples of the creatures, though.
We would be able to, because we have multiple cargo bays, right? So this is out of character. We have multiple cargo bays. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, do we have? I mean, this is. I mean, ultimately, it's the captain's decision. But do we have space for the ones that are existing right now to store somewhere
Right.
that is temperature controlled, so that we do not have to transport any of them into space? Okay.
Yeah, but right, but we don't know. I don't know exactly what the nebula, what our ship has in our storage base. So I don't like how much space have we used right now with the current population of the Tribbles. So we're already at the stage where like we're at capacity already. So we have to find a way to slow them down and get them off the ship.
And also, just out of curiosity, I know cargo bay is full. How many are still spread across the ship? Okay, so we just need to make the ship really, really cold first.
Yeah.
And then then we'll have time to think of a plan B, of the next step, step 2.
How cold?
Yeah, that's the note that I got was extreme. Yeah.
So extreme cold sounds like it's dangerous to my crew cold.
Like Andorians would probably love it, but
Yeah.
Define extreme cold.
Oh, that kind of cold. Okay.
But like, how quickly do they go in isolation? How quickly do they go in hibernation? Like, if we spray them with a, fire extinguisher of coolant, does it go night real quick? And then how quickly does it wake up? Can we test that in medical?
Yeah, like a nitroglycerin thing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So the only way that we know of to basically put them to sleep is by exposing them to extreme cold.
Turn off the ship. They have to reproduce by eating, right? It'd stop them, right?
That would kill the crew.
I don't mean forever. There would be enough life support for a little bit while we got everything sorted, situated, and then we can airlock them.
I mean, they're still reproducing in some way, which would suggest that it's power, energy that allows them to reproduce in some way. That's what
exactly.
They're siphoning energy. We can't turn energy off on the ship. That's just not an option.
Maybe like low amount. Run silent, run quiet, run low power. Slow down the reproduction. Turn off whatever we can.
But there'd still be power in some capacity for them to siphon.
Yes, but they would still be slowed down, which would give us time to kind of possibly beat the spread.
Well, the only thing we know of right now, based on information from the GM, the only thing that we know of right now that slows them down is extreme cold. That's the only thing that we know of. Everything else is like speculation. And we obviously, if we try and lower the temperature on the ship, that puts the crew in danger. The only other thing is to, shoot them with something that freezes them.
Yeah, we should probably keep in mind that there are thousands of them.
Yeah, there's thousands of them. And if you get too close to them, they emit a pheromone that puts you in a trance.
Jim, is it impossible to use the transporters to get these things? Or did you just say there's so many we can't get them all at once? Okay, so if we use all the cargo transporters, since we're going to be killing them anyway, we don't have to worry about the dangers of using cargo transporters on live creatures. If we use all the cargo transporters, could we get them Can we get them in the buffer, clear the buffers, and cycle that fast enough to stay ahead of their reproduction cycle? And we can get a handful of them and freeze them for Starfleet to study.
And I mean, we've already got, from what I understand, capacity in the cargo bay, which is probably a lot of them. So
Yeah, I'm thinking a much smaller handful for scientific study.
Right. Yeah. So we're at least cutting some of the numbers down already.
Okay, somebody want to roll?
Can Solak assist you? Or assist her? Okay. So
Would this go with testing a theory?
We've done the previous scans of the Tribbles, right? So using the previous scans that she's taken, can she utilize them in some way to assist in scanning the entire ship?
I have.
No.
I did it at the very beginning.
She did at the very beginning.
Yes, it did.
I thought she did.
No, I mean at the very beginning when you said scan. Was that not a roll?
Well, even so,
Oh,
she
okay.
did do a scan on one of the Tribbles themselves, right? So you can still utilize.
Yeah, but this would be about the ship. You don't have to, because I thought I had rolled for a scan on the ship, and if I didn't, I don't think. Yeah, I understand where this is coming from. Yeah.
I didn't think that testing a theory needed it to be using the ship. I thought that as long as you're. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and it's a difficulty 3? Difficulty 3 complications.
Should I burn a value for this?
Sure, why not? Just use your determination.
Trying to figure out if I should. Because I got the ship rolling, I've got Solak rolling. I don't want to have to pop if I don't need it, but no, I'm not gonna do it. Okay. .
Are you rolling for the ship?
Yeah, I got it. And because it's sensors, we have two dice for that, right?
Oh, ship coming.
Oh, come on, babe. Well, it makes sense because she's the one infested with power issues. But we still succeeded. Oh. Aha. Okay. Wow.
You got the same thing I did.
But the smoke puffs. Deck
So luck to
17.
so luck to Captain Perone.
Go ahead.
Sir, according to our scans, we are detecting 10,000 snow puffs all over the ship. However, on deck 17 in the Jeffries tube, there is a substantially large creature that seems similar to the snow puffs, but different.
Different how?
It is substantially large, sir. I recommend security to deck 17, sir. This snow puff might be the cause of our problems.
We'll go and get it.
Commander Caval, can you meet me on deck 17?
Understood. On the way.
Lieutenant, follow me.
Yes, Commander.
In the meantime, Ensign Vogel will advise any crew in the cargo bay in deck 13 where we're storing the things to exit the cargo bay. Let's lower the temperature in there so that the ones in the cargo bay will stop reproducing.
Alrighty. Let's go find a queen Tribble, I guess.
A queen snow puff.
Right, snow puff, of course.
I think we mean the Powerpuff.
Assemble.
Oh, and it's breeding. It's the Powerpuff Girls.
It's true. Bam, 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 bam.
Oh, crap.
The Powder Puff Girls? No, it's power. No D.
Hello, Commander. Where's the big one you were talking about?
It's in the Jeffries tube, sir.
I just
be
point me away, and I'll head up and take a peek.
Not moving my token.
Yeah, I don't know how I always do that.
All right. Is this the Jeffries tube right here, GM? What?
Shiny what? Yeah. See.
Oh, jewelry. Okay.
Oh, that was not what I thought you said.
Those saving little buggers.
All right. Well,
Solak ventures into the Jeffries tube.
yeah. Let's go take a peek.
Oh, you can be fucked by a puff.
I'm assuming this is
Oh.
Solak.
I'll buy a dice with threat. So I'll give you a threat. Thanks. There we go.
Oh, baby, I'm so sorry.
Love it. Love it. It's all right. If I'm messed up by a snow puff, it's okay. One success.
Oh.
How do I avoid the injury? I'll take stress. I'll take stress. One stress. What happens to it? Just misses me? Okay. I'm going to stun it. I'll give you another threat.
Much better.
He turns back and looks at Kaval and goes, fascinating. And then moves forward.
Do you want me to go first with the big one? Apparently are they protecting it? What did it try to do? Just slam into you?
It would seem, as they're working through the Jeffries tube, because it would seem logical to assume that they are protecting what is at the other side of this Jeffries tube. I will go to the one side of the tube here while you go to this side as we attempt to contain this creature.
Well, let me go to that side that has a couple of them. That way they don't.
Solak
both
goes here.
Oh, do you want me to squeeze past you? I have a feeling you're about to get smacked by a snow puff.
I think it would be more logical to focus on what is down here, Commander.
All right. Hopefully you don't get consumed from behind.
I don't think I will get consumed by the snow puffs behind us. I'm much more concerned about the one in front of us. Is Rye not joining us?
No.
Valid.
She was covering your 6. Like, I thought the plan was someone's
Live your
gonna stay
life.
outside, 2 people are gonna go in.
Survive,
No,
Rye!
like, because
Live
there's
to
so
see
many
another
back there. I'm
day.
like, if there's a problem, I need to be back here so like you guys don't get trapped or whatever. I was
Yeah.
doing a smart thing. Like if the power
Yeah.
goes out, the door tries to shut. I'm here to fix it.
Commander.
Also, no.
We could initiate a force field here between where we are and the large creature, and in this particular compartment, we could lower the temperature to extreme cold.
Let's give it a shot. Hopefully they're not draining our ability to do that.
Solak taps his comm badge and says, Solak, well, would anybody in engineering be able to do it? I don't know. That's a question. Is Solak, right from where he is right now, GM, is he able to erect a force field right here?
There might be a panel over here I could do that too.
Should be something you can order the computer to do.
Just gonna roll it. Damn it. Yes.
Oh,
Interesting.
I guess that's one way to deal with that, I guess. All right.
Commander, I could contact the bridge and ask them to lower the temperature here in this particular compartment.
Yeah, go for it.
Solok to bridge.
Go ahead.
In the compartment directly in front of Commander Kaval and I, there is a very large snow puff. In that compartment, and specifically in that compartment, I recommend that you lower the temperature to extreme cold conditions.
Are the two of you a safe distance from the compartment?
We can be. And Solok backs up.
Mr.
I'll
Vogel,
follow Yep.
lower the temperature in the indicated compartment. Try not to freeze the command staff while you're at it.
Fortitude, yeah.
Yeah.
Does my trade of Andorian assist me at all here? Copy.
Do you want to use the momentum, Rye, for your roll?
I mean, unless your fitness medicine is worse than mine.
You could
might
probably have Kaval go first to try to get some momentum.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I could go first and try to. I have a foci as well, so I was gonna see if I could roll it first and maybe get you guys some momentum.
Sounds good.
I'll give you a threat for a third die. Would you accept survival as a focus? Copy. There we go. So I get 3 momentum and then use it as you see fit.
Right. I'll do my roll. I'll take momentum for a third die. Comp is still 1, right, GM? All right. There you go, Rye. Use as much as you want.
I'm gonna use one. Well, crap. What would that mean? 5 strings. Actually, I'm going to use my Starfleet Decoration of Gallantry and half the severity. Okay. Just from the back of the Jeffries tube, you'll hear a couple of words in a language that you probably don't know, of what you assume are curse words coming out of Rye.
Minnesota, are you able to reestablish that field, or
I can
Well, just shoot the bloody thing.
I guess that works too. Is this one still like wiggling around down there? Or? I guess I'll try to shoot that one to stun it again.
Again?
Well, I guess not again, but sorry, I guess it's kind of stunned from its slamming on the force field, so. Part of me wants to just kill this thing, but, you know.
Killing it would be unethical in terms of potentially endangered creature, but, you know, threat to the ship and all that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in sight here, right? Like I don't need to get closer to it or anything. Yeah, I'll shoot it. Yeah, and yeah, they're over there. I don't think my what are the minor actions for shooting? Isn't there one to do a wide beam? But they're not. Yeah. Well, they wouldn't. The other ones wouldn't be affected, would they? Okay, copy. Yeah, I'll charge for area and see if we can affect multiple of them. Okay, cool. I will, and I'm setting the difficulty here, right? Or it's diff 2 by default, right? Copy. Gotcha. I'll give you a threat for a third die. I have Federation small arms to focus. And then, yep. I will reroll the 19 because I'm greedy. Yep, and then I do technically get a bonus momentum from intent. I don't know if there's anything good to. Yeah, so I'll dump the one bonus I got and the one that I got natural to bump it up by 1. Yep. But does it still affect the other ones, or? Okay, gotcha. But the big one's rather resilient, but the other ones are unconscious. If Solat wants to go and take a shot at it, I would be okay with that.
Solak will take a shot at it.
Do we want to spend the momentum for that?
Yeah.
So we'll spend the momentum. And what is shooting it again? I'll take the last momentum and buy a die. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I already rolled, so. And I can use 2 momentum to increase the severity, right? I'll spend 2 momentum to increase the severity. I look at Cabal and I sort of cock an eyebrow up, like,
Okay, yeah, that thing is more resilient than even my original. That thing is more resilient than I thought.
And even the extreme cold temperature is not putting it into hibernation, GM?
Alrighty. Copy. What's the diff? Oh, I thought you said it isn't opposed. Copy. Gotcha. I'll give you a threat for a third die. I will reroll the 19. Nice. Gotcha. Okay.
Solok is absolutely fascinated by what he just saw.
I mean, these snow puffs around me aren't attacking, are they? Okay. I can't think of anything I can do from out here. I saw the electrical shock go by, right? Are you guys okay?
Yeah, it did like a shockwave thing, but we're fine.
Do you want me to call security? Do we need any help? What's going on?
No, we're fine. Security is elsewhere engaged, gathering more tribbles, so no need to move them from one tribble gathering room to a different snow puff gathering room.
It's going to say, what is
Okay. Well, don't die or anything. We'll
We're
get
gonna
on my
try to-
report.
We're gonna try to stun this big one. We'll drag it out, I guess.
It might be
All right,
resistant
go
to
us.
phasers.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't do that.
We could use the transporter to transport this and put it in the buffer and hold it in the buffer.
Do you want me to make it unconscious first before you do that?
Well, it seems to be resistant to our phasers.
Well, yeah, but we haven't. I don't think it doesn't mean it's completely immune to them.
So you want to keep shooting, essentially, is what you're saying.
I'm gonna shoot it again. Yeah, I'm not spec'd out to do engineering things. So I'm gonna shoot it again.
Okay.
All right, I will. I guess aim is the one to do here, right? So I can just get another
Yeah, aim.
reroll. Yeah. So I'll use my bonus to aim. I'll give you a threat for a third die. Alrighty.
Cheese and crackers.
I get another momentum from intense, so free one. So I'll do that, and another momentum to buff it up again. 1. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's unconscious now. You can put it in your buffered conduit or whatever.
Solak to transporter, Chief.
Chief here.
Oh, sorry. Who's playing the chief?
I was just gonna say yes and narratively move on.
I'll get him.
Yeah, go for it.
Chief here.
Lock onto the large snow puff here in the Jeffries tube and beam it into the transporter buffer, but do not beam it out of the buffer.
You just want me to hold the pattern in the buffer, sir?
That is correct.
Understood. And Chief will attempt.
Solak to Captain Perone.
Perone here.
Captain, what is the status of the snow puffs on the rest of the ship? We have contained the large one.
They're still here.
I guess GM, have they changed at all or anything like that? Okay. Well, we were able to contain the large one, sir. What that does to the rest of these snow puffs, I'm not sure.
Well, let's put it into a containment field that'll hold it and see what we can learn from the thing. In the meantime, we need to start divesting ourselves of its brood.
Huzzah. Oh,
That
God.
was fun. That was cool. Thanks.